All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Southern Broadcast Gaming Network. I am Richard Ertz, and tonight we are here with the National Online Motorsports Association, aka NOMA. And we are going to be running and this is a SuperSpeedway series, and tonight they're going to be running at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Right now, they are in their qualifying. They are, halfway into their season, so we have a little bit of catching up to do. We got a lot of drivers to get to know, a lot of new names to get to know. So please forgive me if I do not have I'm not on the ball with the names just yet, because these are some new drivers that we are just meeting. So while they are in their qualifying, we're going to go through the points really fast, and then we'll get to our national anthem, and hopefully it will be almost a time to go green flag racing. All right, top spot is going to belong to Matthew Fritz. Second is going to be Robert Duvenbach. Chris Akers is going to be in third. Justin Parham is going to be in fourth. Sean Wilder is going to be sitting in fifth. Anthony Poston is going to be sixth. Seventh is going to be Mr. Kenneth Redinger. Eighth is going to belong to Alex Griffin, and ninth is going to belong to Mark Vega. 10th is going to be Carl Lingle. Ronnie Morrison is going to be in 11th. 12th is going to be Jay Stinson. 13th is going to be DJ Maddish. 14th is going to be I'm just going to say Danny until I get to know his last name. Robert Morrison is going to be 15th. 16th is going to be Randy. I'm just going to call him Randy. 17th, tied for 16th with Randy is going to be Tyler Clemmis. 18th is going to be Ambrose Kniebel. Hopefully I said that right. He told me earlier. Sorry. Robert Jordan is going to be in 19th. 20th is going to be Joseph Fogg. 21st is going to belong to Joey Hickox. 22nd is going to be J.R. Johnson. 23rd is going to be Russell Hancock. 24th is going to be Adam Kilday. Frank Ranger is going to be sitting in 25th. 26th is going to be Jason. We're just going to call him James. Edward Smith is going to be sitting in 27th. 28th is going to be Joe Fire. What's up, man? Tied for 28th is going to be Xander Short, and 30th is going to be John Bell. Now, we have quite a few drivers that are in this race here tonight, and I think we have around 20, or actually it looks like probably around 28 drivers so far that are loaded in, and they are still doing their qualifying laps. So while they are still doing their qualifying laps, we're going to step away and sorry. We're going to step away for our national anthem, so we will be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land
All right, sorry about that. This is a super speedway series, so there's no telling what we're going to see here tonight. But it looks like they're getting ready to go green. That pace truck is going to be diving off the track in turn number 1. So let's get ready to see what these boys can do in these ARCA cars. And there is a green flag, and we are rolling. And it looks like that 73 is going to get a pretty good jump on that inside coming into turn number 1. He's got that one of Morrison. He's going to be right there on the outside trying to close that gap. Almost contact going into turn number 1. They are going to be 2x2 with Stinson. He is going to be right there on the inside trying to overtake second place along with the 73, but not going to be able to get there this time. Coming down the backstretch, we have a bunch of cars 2x2 coming down the backstretch into turn number 1. It is going to be a big pack race so far, and it looks like they are forming a second pack back here towards I'm going to say about 14th. 14th is going to be Parham. He is going to be leading this small second pack, as they will be able to use the draft to get back up with the rest of the pack. And we're going to hide this logo right here. And, oh, we got a car down on the apron. He's going to lose a few spots. Who is that going to be? That is going to be, well, that is going to be the 8 of Mark Vega. So he had a little bit of trouble, had to go down to the apron, and he let a lot of cars right on by. But we have a fight for the lead, and it's still 2x2 up here in the front for at least 4 rows. So all the way back to 8th, it is 2x2, and then it kind of fades off to a single file line right there in 9th place. But they are now getting double file coming down the backstretch. It looks like the one is going to head towards the back. He fought for the lead a little while, and now he's going to head towards the back. And we also it looks like they have the 5 of John Bell. He is going to go back towards the back also in that Reese's number 5. And it looks like he's going to go way back, as he is now all the way back to 25th position. J.R. Johnson, he is going to overtake the lead in that number 73 with the 91. Now coming to the lead with the 32 in tow. That's going to be Scott Poston. He is giving it all he can, especially even in the turns, which that could be almost catastrophic if you were to get the wrong bump in the turn. That could turn that car sideways, and you could have a big one real quick, real fast, and in a hurry. So basically 2x2 all the way back to 10th place now, and everybody else is kind of given a little bit of room. And like I said, they do have a little bit of a second pack, and there's the W of Frank Rangers. Good to see him. He was actually one of the ones that referred me to this league, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Frank. And he is trying to battle with the 19 of Justin Parham, but Justin has a little bit of the draft on that high side, so he is going to leave that 17 way behind, and the 17 has Edward Smith right there in his rear view mirror. And we can go. Sorry, folks, I was not able to get all the onboards set up. I had to restart my computer right before the start. Well, we can go on board with Smith, and this is exactly what he sees. And it looks like they have a pretty good handling at Atlanta. Atlanta could be, depending on which track, if you use the legacy track or if you use the updated model, it could be big pack racing. So it does look like they are using the updated version. I know the legacy version does get pretty hectic, as these cars will get loose, upset. But they have unlimited tires here, 1 fast repair, and like I said, 100 laps with no stage breaks. Raymond Daniels Sr., Manny Reyes Mafia watching here tonight. I appreciate y'all stopping by. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all tuning in. And we'll go up to the front, and this is what we're going to see up front. If we do see a caution, I will get more camera angles loaded. Like I said, I had a little bit of problem. I had to restart my computer. But it looks like that 32 Poston, he is going to be able to take the lead with the 4 in tow. That is going to be Chris Akers. and they are going to try to do a two-car breakaway, as they have broken away about 0.2 of a second away from the 48 of Fritz, and Fritz has got Wilder right on his outside. That's 2x2 Racing right behind the leaders, and it's going to go on as far back as, I'm going to say that 25, excuse me, the 37 is going to be the last car in this lead pack, as far was 2x2. We'll go back towards the back and see what's going on back here, and it looks like Morrison has got himself a little battle in which he was able to overtake the 19 on the outside coming out of turn number 2, and looks like Parham is got him a battle right there behind him, and that is going to be Kulowski and Mr. Danny in that number 6. Once again, I will get these names down as we are at a lap 11 of 100. Duvenbach, he has fell back 5 positions from where he started, and he is riding back in the 24th place. We'll put the track map up so you can see exactly where everybody is sitting. And as you can see, you have the big pack, and then you have a smaller pack right behind it. That's going to be this small pack right here. And then you have the 09 of Griffin. He is going to be in jeopardy of going a lap down. He must have had a little bit of trouble as far as maybe starting from the pits, but he is going to dive it down to the apron, and he is going to let this big pack of leaders right on by. Chris Akers, he is going to be fighting with the outside lane, and that is going to be Poston. Now, he was pushing Poston for a while, but Poston eventually went up to that top side, and it looks like we got a car back here playing peekaboo, and that is going to be the 13, and that is going to be Stinson. Stinson is playing peekaboo with the cameras, and that is a very scary situation when you are, and you see how much gap they are giving him, because you don't know where he is on the track when he blinks out. He could have a failure or whatever, but they're going to give him enough room, so if he does come back, you know, they're not panicking if he's in a little bit of trouble. Coming out of turn number 2, they are still going to be side by side. You got a small line of cars forming one single file line, and this could be a strategy used to save a little bit of fuel. As you can see, they're giving a little bit of space. I bet you they're only about half a throttle coming out of the turns. Using that draft, I'd probably be about half throttle if you were trying to play a fuel mileage strategy. I have not had the pleasure of running the ARCA cars at Atlanta, so I can't tell you what the tire wear is going to be, or if they are using using iRacing setup. Usually tends to be a little bit on the loose side, so it could burn off the right rear, or they could be fighting a tight race car, trying to get that car to turn, which would burn off the right front, trying to get that car to turn. Looks like 17 had a little bit of a wiggle coming out of turn at number 4, but he did collect it. No problem at all, and we are still pack racing pretty much as far as the eye can see. We're going to switch our camera view, see if we can get a wider camera angle, and we'll go back up front, see how Mr. Poston is doing out front, and he's got the 48 of Fritz. He is going to be pushing, and our biggest mover so far is going to be this guy right here, Tyler, in that number 56. He is going to be up 17 positions from where he started this race. We'll put the battle box up so you can kind of follow who is battling who. And there we go. There is the battle box. And it looks like the next car that's going to be going a lap down. Is already a lap down. Is Alex Griffin. So he is not supposed to be there. It looks like whoever we are on is playing peekaboo with the cameras. Shane Wilder in that 91, he is right there where he started this race. He is battling it out for the 4th position, and this is about a 7-car battle side by side, or excuse me, 8-car battle side by side, coming out of turn number 2, coming down the backstretch. They have been pretty much racing it out like it is the last lap. There you see the outside line, a couple cars back is going to be, I believe that's going to be the 27. That's going to be Kyle Clark. Kyle Clark is trying to draft up to the back of that number 13. Number 13 had a little bit of a connection issue, but it looks like he got it straightened out. He probably got the wife or the kids off of Wi-Fi, and now he is pretty much good to go as far as I can see. And there you see that 27 got a nice little draft, and he is catching up really quick. He has a nice run on the backstretch, and they are going to go 3 wide, and that's going to be for the second position. And actually now it's going to be 3 wide for the lead. You got the 48 on the bottom, you got the 4 on the middle, and you got the 32 opposing. He is going to be on the outside, a little bit of contact, and they're going to go spinning. Here they go into the grass. They keep it. Wow, what a save. Those 2 cars saved it. And I can't believe that now the 4 and the 48 are going to go, they're going to go back towards the back of the field, but their race is not over as we still have 80 laps left here to go. Thank you there, Mr. Daniels. I appreciate that. And these 2 are going to pretty much get linked up nose to tail and see if they can get back up to the front of the pack. There you see the 84 of Yater. He is pretty much 3 spots from where he started, but as you can see, it looks like is that car a little bit damaged? I can't really tell unless we go towards, let's go closer into his car and see if we can tell if that car is damaged just a little bit. No, that's just a paint scheme, and he has the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 paint scheme, and that's actually a nice looking paint scheme. We'll go back up towards the front, and here is the rear view of the leader. That is going to be Wilder, and you can see just all the chaos right there behind him with a 56. He is going to move up to the second spot. He is up now 19 positions from where he started in that U.S. Marine Corps Chevrolet Camaro. Nice looking paint scheme there. Todd Poston did fall back to the third position, and actually, Derek, if you're still out there, there is one of your favorite games. That is going to be 7 Days to Die, which we both played that game. So, still 2x2 all the way back into the 12th position. And it looks like that 30 is going to pretty much cut off the side-by-side. Oh, excuse me. The 43 is going to pretty much cut off the 2x2 racing, and then it goes back to single file, and then all the way back there you can pretty much see a little bit more side-by-side going on. We're going to look for some more big movers of the race, and it looks like the third, sitting in the 12th spot, that is Lingle. He is going to be up 13 positions from where he started in that number 30 Chevrolet Camaro. And it looks like we had a little bit of trouble. Looks like the 32 got in a little bit of trouble. There's a commentator's curse. I just called him out. And now he is going towards the back. And he is going to fall all the way back to the 21st position. And it looks like he cut off the 4 just a little bit. But the 4 did give him enough room to get back in. And I got to take a look at this car. This is Will Weber. I got to see the front of this car, and once again, this is the first time I've seen these paint schemes, and I got to zoom in on his car really quick. I got to see what this hood says, so give me one moment, folks. Well, and that's what I thought it said. Pieces of blank for breakfast. And that is going to be Shooter McGavin on the hood of his car. Well, looks like Miss Nancy is going to be out there in the chat. Thank you for stopping by, rooting on your favorite driver. And that is going to be the 4. She was talking about the 4 and the 48. Well, where is the 48? The 48 is going to be back here in .48, Matt Fritz. He has fallen back. We saw him up towards the front. Now he is going to be falling back all the way to the 17th spot with Edward Smith. He is going to be fighting right there on the outside. And it is going back to 2x2 racing pretty much all the way back here to the back. And there you see that 32. He is right there trying to make his way back up front after the He could have been going towards the back to save a little bit of fuel. Not exactly sure, but if we do get a caution, maybe we'll pull him up and talk to him a little bit. But we're going to go up to our biggest mover, and that's going to be this guy right here in the number 56, that Marine or Chevy Camaro. Tyler Clemens. He is going to be up 18 positions from where he started. Kulilowski is tied for the second highest mover with 13 positions. He is in that number 45 right there on the high line. That's a nice looking car. And he is going to lose 2 spots, and that is going to be to Poston and Ackers. I do not have the, where's the 31? All right, let's find the 31. The 31 of Joey is going to be all the way back in the 25th position. He is just now coming through the tri-oval, and he is about a half a lap from the leaders. So he's got a little bit of making up to do. And there is Jack Nudemacher. Appreciate you stopping by that TSN Motorsports. But he's got a little bit of work to do. I know he is hoping for a caution. Looks like we got a little bit of battling going on up front here. And it looks like the 13, and that's going to be Stinson. He is going to be battling for the lead now. Ooh, and the 32 got a loose. And here's the big one. The big one has started. Wow. That was a crazy big crash. And we're going to go back and take a look at that and see if we can't diagnose what happened. And let's go to a different camera angle so we can see what happened. And I know the 32 was involved, and I saw a car. Okay, so the 27 started it. We had a couple cars into the wall. Looks like a couple cars tried to make an evasive maneuver, try to get out of the way. 25 and 43 is going to be involved. 1 is going to be involved. I think we should ride with the 1. And a 43 is just going to be on his lid, flipping. Look at the 37 airborne. Wow, there's not much left of that car, and they have 1 fast repair. So those cars, if they can make it back to pit road, and this is what the 31 was looking for. He was looking for that caution, and I don't know if I caused that caution or not just by talking about he needed a caution, but he is going to be back with the lead pack, and a lot of these guys are either going to have to tow, they may go a lap down, or they are going to be able to limp their car around. Now, we are with the 1 car, and let's take a ride with him. It started with him, and I want to get a better view than that. Oh, wow. Give me a better view. That was a just crazy view. Big Pack Racing does bring big big accidents. Tires wearing down, yes, that is one definite factor. But the big one has started, and that is going to be the break that that Joey was going to be looking for. So half a track behind, and now he is going to be caught up with the lead pack. Sorry about that relative or that replay screen. That is one of our replay screens, but it is not my updated one. While we are under caution, it looks like our biggest mover is going to be Clemens, and let me see if I can bring him in to see how his race is going this evening, if I can find him. A lot of and there he is, the 56 of Tyler Clemens. And he is in 4X Racing. Tyler Clemens, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy? Well, I just wanted to bring you up to the booth, and I'll let you know that so far you are the biggest mover of the race. So you are making it happen, and it looks like that caution did come out. Now, was that a savior to go in and get some tires and some fuel?
Oh, yeah, definitely. The cars are starting to get real loose. The tire life or the fuel mileage is pretty far, so I'm just trying to stay on the outside and save as much tires as possible. I mean, 30 plus laps in, you can definitely tell the difference there.
Definitely. Well, you've been up there. Now you did have a little bit of connection issue just a little while, and these guys gave you plenty of room until that straightened out, and now you were fighting for the lead. So great job on that. But it looks like the pace truck lights are off, and y'all are going to get ready to go green. So I'm going to put you back down, and I appreciate you talking with me.
Hey, 10-4. Thank you, guys.
All right, that was Tyler Clements. He is riding on the outside on this restart. We're going to see how this restart treats him. I wonder if I can do this real quick. I'm sorry about this. Load tracks. Oh, and I do not have it loaded. So, don't usually do that, but I was trying to grab a few more camera angles, but do not have the new track camera angles installed, so I will do that later. All right, this is what we've been waiting for, another green flag run. Let's see how they do it. Sean Wilder and
Green flag.
And the 56 up here fighting for the lead, and along with the 13 of Jay Stinson. Well, the green flag is out in 2x2, and 91 is going to be working that top side, and the 56 is going to be working the bottom, and now he is going to be challenging for the lead on that bottom side with, it looks like the 99 of Duvenbach. Sorry, we're just going to call him RD, Mr. Robert Duven. He is going to be right there in tow. Now he's going to be on the inside of that 56. 99 is going to have the leader as of right now. And now the 56 is going to fight back on the outside. Now the outside was the lane that they said they were going to ride in because it's going to save the most tires. J.R. Johnson in that 73, he is going to be right there on that bottom side, pushing that 99, trying to get him out front and maybe try to take away a second place, but he's not going to be able to get there as the 91 is pushing the 56 and the 13 is pushing the 91. So they are pretty much nose to tail. Did somebody say doobie? No. So they are going to be pretty much a nose to tail on that top side, and that bottom line is not doing too bad with only really two cars, you know, nose to tail. And the 22, is that 22 or 27? 27 is going to be given a little bit of space, and this could be his strategy, as you heard that the fuel can last a pretty good while. And we'll get rid of that battle box for right now because everybody is pretty much side by side. And we were talking about 31 earlier. 31 has moved up to the 8th position. This is what he wanted to see. He wanted to get the caution, get back with the lead pack, and now he is there. Now he is riding around in the 8th position. So Joey doing a really good job after, you know, that caution came out. Looks like the 25 had to go in the pits, and now he is back out. That is going to be DJ Madish. And we are at lap 38. A lot of green flag racing has commenced. We have only seen one caution, but there's still 60 laps to go, and anything can happen within those 60 laps. Robert still on that inside lane in that second position on the inside lane, and they still got 2x2 as far as the eye can see, and it's all the way back here to, I'm going to say, pretty much it starts fading out with the 43 car, and that's going to be Robert Morrison. Robert Morrison is down 17 position, down 18 positions. He started up towards the front, and now he has fell back towards the rear, and we saw that 43 flipping into barrel rolling down the backstretch when they had that big one. So I'm glad to see that he got that car all repaired, used that fast repair, but that is the only one they have. So if another big one happens, these guys might be out. 14 viewers out there on the stream. I appreciate y'all stopping by, joining me. Especially on a Monday morning, knowing that most people have work tomorrow, but you're out here supporting the channel, supporting the drivers, and we definitely appreciate that. Well, the 8 still looks like Mark Vega, he still looks like he has a little bit of damage on that race car. It looks like he's got some nose damage and some rear damage, but that car is still in the draft, and it still looks like it can keep up. So that might not be affecting him as much as we would think. And we got a car on the apron. Maybe a car coming. Ooh, he cut off the 43. I think that was 43. The yellow flag is out. And there's another one. And it's a 31 going to be crashing. And we're going to have to go and find the 31 and find out exactly what happened. There is the 31. Oh, he's missing a back bumper. That might affect the handling of that race car. But let's go back and take a look at what happened to the 31. It looks like, ooh, well, let's back it up just a little bit more. Let's back it up a little bit more. It looks like he did not have any help. Looks like the 4 made a little bit of contact with the 27, and the 20s, and the 4 maybe made a little bit of contact with the 73, but it looks like the 31 just broke loose right out of thin air. So, and then he's going to collect the 27, 20, and the 31 is going to collect the 6. Everybody trying to check up. The 45 is going to get a piece of this action as he's trying to slow up, and the 5 gets it. 45 is going to go to the wall as he makes side contact with the 5. 37 is going to rear end the 5. So the 5 is going to be pretty much demolished. He's missing a front end, missing a back bumper. Everything that you can imagine has fell off that car. But some of these guys are still going to have that fast repair. The 31, I know, is going to have the fast repair. So second caution of the night is going to fly here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We'll go back live. And we are at lap 44. Everybody coming down pit road. And let's see who we got up at the front. We got Frank Ranger up at the front. And let's see if we can find him for just a moment. And where is he at? He is in Blind Squirrel, Frank Ranger. Frank Ranger, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy? Mr. Frank, you got a copy? Well, he has some audio, but I can't hear it. Frank, you got a copy?
Hey, do I get 1 point for leading a lap?
Well, I'm not exactly sure of how your point system works, but you're up in the booth with Richard Hurst. You got a copy? Well, I'm going to move him back down. He's having some issue, or I'm having some issues hearing him. So we're going to move him back down to to his chat with his teammates. But Frank Ranger did stay out. He's trying to gain a point for leading the lap. Who else we got? We got Robert Morrison. He is going to be back up towards the front. Kulowski, he is going to be, he's got a chat. Where is he located? He started pretty much in the back. All right, Frank Ranger, it looks like he is going to pick that low lane to start the field back. And he did not pit, so he stayed out to lead a lap, and we shall see how those older tires are going to. Now, they do have unlimited tires, so it is very interesting to see why he did not go into pit, even, with unlimited sets of tires. We shall see how this plays out. Let's see if the 31 was able to make it back out. 31 was able to make it back out. He may have got an EOL for his for causing that that incident. And we're going to go back up front. And get ready for the green flag to drop.
Green flag, green flag.
And there is the green flag, and it looks like Frank Ranger, he was able to get a pretty good jump with the 43 on the inside, but the 43 is not going to give or excuse me, 43 on the outside, but Morrison is not going to give it up just yet. Now he started on the pole, and he wants the pole. He wants that first position back, but that W car is not going to give up. He is full of energy, and he wants to lead some laps, but is Morrison going to let him do it? And I don't believe he is, as Todd Poston, he is going to be right there pushing that 43 back to the lead. The 4 of Chris Ackers, he is going to be right there on that top lane, right there behind the 32. 32 is back up front. We saw him missing a front end earlier on. He was involved in that big one, but he is right back up front, and they are pretty much nose to tail, the 32, the 4, and it looks like the 91, I believe that is. Yes, it is the 91.
Caution.
And another caution is out, and it looks like, who is that going to be on? That's going to possibly be on the 31 again. Let's go see what brought out the caution flag. It is not the 31's day, as the 25 came up on the track, and the 25 just got loose and just tapped the 31 in that left rear quarter panel, and that Flatwoods Hunting Club Chevrolet Camaro, he is just going to take another trip to the wall, and he is going to bring the caution right back out. Hate to see that, but doesn't look like he has a lot of damage, so he may be able to keep that car in the draft and be just as fast, but we'll have to see what kind of damage that does for him. But we know he has got to make a trip to the pits. So the 25 of DJ Madish is going to come off the apron and bring the caution out by getting into the 31 of Hickox. Well, they say that one Canadian is someone going to park on the finish line. You know, anything is possible. You know, I'm not going to say I haven't seen it all. You know, we've seen it in real NASCAR, but I'm not going to say I haven't seen it all. We could see it, but there is that little disconnect button that can kick them off the track. So probably not. Oops, I turned that on by accident. Sorry about that, folks. And turn that off. Well, we got Robert Morrison right there, back up in front. He is going to be back in the lead, and looks like the pace truck lights are going to be off. And if we have another caution, we'll probably bring him up, see how his race is going. Robert Duvenbach is going to be right there, starting on his outside in the 19, or excuse me, in the 99, up 18 positions. So right now he is going to be the third biggest mover. Two cars that are going to be tied for the biggest mover is going to be Fuzz Yater and Adam Kulowski. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing that right, but I will get the pronunciation correct. The 9 of Will Weber, he is going to be up 21 spots, so he is actually the second biggest mover. Those are always going to be subject to change because they are right there together, and somebody's going to lose a position or so. But I think my favorite paint scheme on the track, besides the Reese car, which I love Reese's, is going to be that number 9 of Will Weber. He has got one of the most interesting paint schemes, and there it is. Shooter McGavin still got a little bit of damage on the hood of that car, but that's okay. That car is now up front in a third. So He's doing a pretty good job, even with a little bit of damage. Hopefully the 31 can do the same with a little bit of damage to the nose of his car. But we are going to go back green, and Morrison is taking a green flag, and he did not get the best of jump, but he did get a really good jump with Weber right there in tow. He is going to try to take over the second position. Not going to be able to get there. That 99 is going to fight back on that outside. Outside has a nice little run coming into turn number 1, and he is going to pretty much be right there with a fender to the right rear of the 43, but it looks like the 43 definitely had a better run on that inside coming out of turn number 2. So the 99 is going to be left by himself. Nobody to push him as of yet, but he's got the 45 of Kulowski coming to the rescue to help him come out of turn number 4 and maybe push him back to the lead. Well, 2x2, and we can take a look at. Oh, and we got another one. We're going to turn it around. And that is going to be Ronnie Morrison. He is going to, it looks like he is going to be bringing out the yellow flag. And it looks like John Bell is going to be involved in that. But the caution is out. So let's go back and take a look and see what happened from his point of view. Change that. And I believe it already started in front of him, but we're going to take a look. No, there's the 30 right there. The 30 just breaks loose, and the 1 has nowhere to go, and he is pretty much going to get T-boned right in that driver's door. And it looks like the 24 is maybe going to. Now that is that was so close. And let's see if I can find that 24 as he just squeezed right on by. I really want to ride with the 24. He was pretty good. There it is. And we're going to stop that. We're going to go to Danny's car. And where is the 24 once again? There he is. We're going to go to his nose cam as he saw it. He saw it. And he's trying to get that car slowed down. He may have tagged the wall just a little bit right there. Used the wall to slow it down. Now he can see nothing. All he sees is the rear end of a car coming up, and he's got to make an evasive maneuver. But that was a pretty close call by that 24. All right, we'll go back live, and it looks like that 43 is going to be down in pits. It looks like pit road is going to definitely be busy. They're going to be maybe taking some go-go juice and 4 fresh feel-goods. But looks like Duvenbach is going to be out front, Mr. Robert. Let's see if we can find him in the chat to see how his race is going. And there is Ronnie Morrison. Robert Morrison, let's see if I can find. There he is. He is going to be in Shooter McGavin race Motorsports. Robert, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy, my friend.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. It looks like you're doing very, very well. You're one of the biggest movers of the race, and you're leading in this race. Tell us, how is that track feeling for you? And what do you think of the reason why we're seeing so many cautions?
Well, the track has gotten super tight once you get a little tire wear on these things. And I think we had such a good run early on. I think everyone was playing it safe, and now we got a bunch of guys on different strategies here with different tires, and I think it's just causing a little bit of a mix-up, with who's running with who and who's got freshies and who doesn't. It's just causing a little bit of problems here, but hopefully we get everyone settled down again and we can get a long run going again.
Well, so tell me, you starting out front, which is the line that you prefer to do your restarts on, the outside or the inside?
Preferably the outside. You just once you get a little wear on these, like I was saying, if you don't have a guy in the bottom who knows how to keep it on the bottom, and they start pushing, you usually get you get no help down there. So it's best to take a highline restart and keep it in the middle of the track. You can keep your momentum up, and it seems like everyone behind you is able to keep with you then.
Absolutely, and you got that Shooter McGavin car right next to you. Man, that's one of my favorite paint schemes. Man, good job up here leading the race, and hope to talk to you after.
I sure hope so. We're going to try to keep it alive here.
Absolutely. All right. That was Robert from Shooter McGavin Motorsports. And there you see that Shooter McGavin car right to his inside. And we are getting ready to go back green flag racing as they are side by side once again. Coming to the start finish line.
Green, green, green.
And there is the green flag, and he said that that outside line was the way to go, and it looks like he was definitely right, because that 45 it did have a pretty good run, but the 99 had a better. So we have another car playing peekaboo with with the pack, and that's going to be that 13 once again. That is going to be Jason Stenson. And he is trying to make some room, trying to get down to the bottom of the track, and he does. He squeezed it in between. And it looks like the 56 and the 89. Now the 89 is, he came from the back also. That's going to be Edward Smith. Edward Smith is running pretty good. He is up 12 positions from where he started. And Ray Courtney, we have maybe one of your neighbors out here. That's going to be Kyle Clark in the 27. He is also a fellow Canadian. But it's going to be two cars out front, and the rest of them are going to be pretty much side by side. But here comes that 9. That's going to be Will Weber. He is going to be working the inside with that 73 in tow. That's going to be Junior Johnson. He is going to be trying to give that 9 a shove through the tri-ovals and try to get him up to the lead, but it's not going to work. There's more cars on the top side than there is the bottom, and that 45 is going to be third right there, fourth in line up there on the top. He's going to be side by side with the 73, and it looks like we had a car in the wall, and it looks like we almost had another big one, and somebody's going to be going towards the back, and I can't see who exactly that was, but I believe that was 06. Or the 6 that may have scraped the wall just a little bit, but they all do keep it straight. So that was a good save by these drivers, good awareness by the others to give them the room to come off the wall. There we see another car playing peekaboo, and that is going to be the 04 of Ambrose. And he did share his screen, but I had to restart my computer, so I lost this link. Otherwise, I would have those driver views up there on screen. But here we are, lap 59 of 100. We've only seen a couple cautions, but we still have 40 laps to go. As these tires wear down, will we see another caution? We shall see in about 40 laps. But they are still side by side. That 91 is working on the inside. He's got the lead as of right now, and he is going to put the 99 down into second. But that bottom line is starting to form, and this is what he talked about. The bottom line is pretty good, but he wants that top line, and that's where a lot of these drivers want to be, because the top line definitely has a lot more cars, but that bottom line is still hanging in there, and pretty much side by side as far as the eye can see, probably for about, I'd say, 8 rows back. Yeah, all the way back to 16th, John Bell. Actually, Alex Griffin. He is going to be the last one, and pretty much, yeah, about 9 rows back. The 09 and the 17 are going to be the last row of pretty much side by side racing. The 84 of Yater. He was going to be right there in this small little pack that's starting to form up with the lead pack, and he's got the 1. We saw the 1 of Morrison. That is Ronnie Morrison, may I add, and there's 2 Morrisons. I don't know if they're related or not. I'll find out. Oh, and a little bit of bump from the 31 to the 1. And wow, that could have been bad right there, as these cars are loose, especially when a car is tucked up right there behind them. But a little bit of bump, especially not squared up, can send a car spinning real quick, fast, and in a hurry. But back out front, it looks like the 91 is going to nose himself out and take the lead, with the 99 still trying to work his way back on that outside, and it has pretty much been back and forth. And I hope it comes down to side by side when the race is over. But who will know? Hey, race fans, don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you, Miss Nancy. I really appreciate that. I usually mention that, but this race is pretty exciting. A lot of cars still out there on the track, a lot of side-by-side action. So sometimes I just get lost in the moment. So thank you for doing that for me. All right, if they have some of their information, we'll meet the drivers just a little bit. There is Duvendock. He is up quite a few positions, up 18 positions. He started way back in the back in 20th, and now he is up in the second position. We got Sean Wilder. He is going to be right there running between first and second. Third is going to belong to Chris Ackers, and he is going to be up 14 positions from where he started. Fifth is going to be that 32 of Todd Poston. Todd has been doing a pretty good job hanging out in the top 5. Fell back for just a little while, involved in an incident, but right now he is back in the top 5, up 1 position from where he started. Now it did skip the 45 because they are pretty much side by side, and that's another big mover. He is going to be up 22 positions, and that's Kulowski, Adam, that is, and he is doing a pretty good job of hanging out and up so many positions. So right now he is the biggest mover of the race. Will Weber, he is also a big mover of the race. He is up 18 positions, riding around in the 6th position. And he is going to belong to Shooter McGavin Motorsports. Clemens, he is going to be up 14 positions, riding around in 7th. And like I said, it's side by side, so the positions might change, and it might skip somebody. So I am sorry if I do, but with the side by side racing, it's kind of hard to keep track of where everybody's at. But that is going to be Tyler Clemens. He is doing a pretty good job as a big mover. 14 spots from where he started, with Jay Stinson right there behind him. And he is going to be down 1 position from where he started this race. J.R. Johnson down 4 positions, riding around in the 9th, hanging out in the top 10. So that's not a bad job either, considering it's been a lot of back and forth. He's been trying to stay out of trouble. He's kept that 73 out of trouble as far as I can tell. So he still probably has that fast repair just in case he does get in trouble. There you see he is backing off just a little bit, maybe trying to save a little bit of fuel. But no, I don't think they're trying to save fuel, as we have a little bobbing and weaving going on in the back. And this is going to be, I believe, the 09. That's going to be Alex Griffin. He is going to be up 9 positions, but he looked like he got into a little bit of trouble and had to make some evasive maneuvers to correct it. But while we are out front, we're going to ride around with this 4-car, and we're going to go to his cockpit cam, and so we can get his driver view. There you see the battle for first and second. And I just noticed the 99 has VetTix on his car. Now, VetTix is a very good program for veterans. That you can get discounted tickets to any event. I've used it. I'm pretty sure I know my buddy at work, he has used it. But if you're a veteran, definitely go register for VetTix. You can get discounted tickets for a very small fraction of the cost that it would if you were not a vet. So definitely go check them out. But that is the battle between the 99 and the 91. And it looks like the 99 is going to push... the 4 is going to push the 99 out front, give him a little bit of help to lead some more laps, but it looks like the 91 is pretty much working by himself. I'm going to try to go with the 45. 45 is right there on the inside. He's not as close to the 91 as the 4 is, giving that 91 a lot of room in the corners, and as you heard, one little mistake can take out the whole top line. But they are still doing a pretty good job up here at the front. Dirty windshield, bet you it's definitely hard to see, especially when you're in VR. I know that for a fact because I run VR, and it looks like the 45 went up just a little bit. Ooh, really close, and there is a caution on the track. So we are going to have to go back and see where that happened. And I don't see an indicator. And, oh, yeah, the 56. So we're going to have to go follow along with the 56. And that's going to be Tyler Clemens. There you see he is way up there. Okay, so that when the 9 pushed up, they were 3 wide. The 32 is going to be in the wall again, so that might be the end of his fast repairs. 27, he tried to get by it, but no, he is going to make the big one happen once again. Everybody making an evasive maneuver onto the apron. It looks like they are going to get run on by, though. So only a few cars involved in that. That's actually amazing. The 6 is looking a little bit sideways, half on the track, half off the track. It looks like the 5 just had to get on the brakes, so he did not rear end him. But that is going to bring out another caution flag here this evening. Well, 5th caution at lap 74, and pit road is definitely going to be busy. They're going to go in and take these tires and maybe a splash of go-go juice. As these cars, use up that fuel, they're going to get lighter. It looks like Sean Wilder has stayed out, and Robert Morrison is going to be right there. Hey, they were for what? Yes, they were. See, they can live up to your name, but you can't. Just playing, Jack. Just playing. All right, so is the 31 still in here? 31, Joey, he is still there. Let's bring him in and talk to him. He is one of the admins of the leagues or owners, but let's bring him up and talk to him. Joey, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How we doing?
Well, we are doing all right, but how are you doing?
It's been one of those nights tonight, man. I can't seem to get out of trouble no matter where I'm trying to hide at.
Well, it's been an up and down night for you, but that 31 is still rolling around the track. Is that damage affecting your race car any?
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty much maxed out. If I back off, I lose all my momentum. It takes a few laps to get it back up again. So we're just going to fight to try to get the most points as we can. So it is what it is. It's plate racing.
Well, we know Miss Nancy is out there watching you, so we had to bring you in so you could say hello. And I know your race is not going that well, but you do have those fans out there watching you. So
yeah, hopefully my teammates Jay and Matt Fritz can get something going together here, and maybe we can get the team a win tonight. If I can get to them, I think I can push them and help. So the traffic's a little bit of a pain right now, so we'll see how it plays out.
Well, Jay is doing a pretty good job. He is in 4th, and Matt is in 7th. So, well, good luck with the rest of the race. You got 25 laps to go, and we will talk to you later.
All right, thanks, man.
Not a problem. I hope I moved it back to the right one. Yes, I did. All right, Miss Nancy, there was Joey. Not having the best of nights, but he is still confident that he can get up here to his teammates and help them out and maybe push them to a win, as there is one of his teammates right there in that number 32. Now, he was just involved in an incident, but he looks like he is coming, or I'm sorry, the 13. It looks like he is still clean. So that was not one of the cars that was involved. And there is a green flag, and it looks like Sean Wilder is going to start on that outside, and he is going to get rolling with the 4 right there in tow. Outside really took off pretty darn good, and he's got posting right there in that 32. Excuse me. They are pretty much lined up side by side for all the way back to 6 right now, and that bottom line is starting to form up, so they're going to have some more cars come to the bottom lane to the rescue and maybe get some more side-by-side action. Like I said, we had about 9 rows of cars side-by-side, but right now we got about 8 cars fighting side-by-side. The 37 is up towards the front, and we haven't talked about him very much. That is Joseph Fogg. He is up one position from where he started the race, but he has not been up in the top 10 here in the last couple laps or so, and now he has made it up here, and we're going to talk about him as he's going to venture down to the middle lane, and they are going to be 3 wide with a 73 right there on the bottom. He had to check up because he was bobbing with the apron, and we got one on the apron. That's going to be the 13. He is going to take it almost around, but he does collect it, and the 73 is still going to be right there with the 37, 48, and the 73. So they went 3 wide once again. We are not shy with the 3 wide action here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and they are, I gotta say, you know, for some hard race and 3 wide action, it is pretty clean. We've had a few cautions, but I can't complain at the race action that I am seeing. Miss Nancy, you are very welcome. Glad I can do that for you. Well, looks like we got another leader, and that's going to be the 4, Chris Akers. He is going to be out front leading this thing. He's got the 99 of Duvenbach. He is going to be right there behind him, trying to push him and try a breakaway, but we have not seen a breakaway at the new Atlanta as of yet. Sean Wilder going to be right there on the 91. He's going to be on that top side with the 32 in tow. He's got the 43 working on the bottom side on the inside. And that is going to be Robert Morrison. He is down 2 positions from where he started. He started on the pole, now working his way back up as he comes through the tri-oval. He's going to be running in the 4th position with the 37 of Joseph Fogg right there behind him. Joseph Fogg looks like he has a little bit of front end damage and might be affecting his race car just a little bit. But so far, so good. Coming through turn number 4, we have 21 laps to go. 27 going to drop down below the white line on the apron just a little bit. Does bring it back up. Everybody gave him room. Got a 6 right there, and that is going to be that's going to be Danny Eshelman. I think that's. Sorry, Danny, if I pronounced that wrong, but he is going to be riding up in the top 10. At 10th, matter of fact, he is going to have the 9 on his outside. And we got somebody out there saying, oh, that's Raymond Daniels. He is going to say, let's go 48 of Matthew Fritz. He is right there on that bottom row. 4th car back, trying to make some moves and get his car into victory lane. With SuperSpeedways being on the roster, these are anybody's race. It doesn't, what it takes to win a speedway, super speedway, is going to be teamwork, and you know, especially at Atlanta, going to be handling of the car and how well you can handle it. And that 48 is going to be Manny Ray's sponsor. Oop, wrong one. And that is a sponsor of our race here tonight. Well, that Ford Mustang, that JDS Ford Mustang is still out front. We had a little bit of a lead change while we were back towards the back of the pack, but it is still anybody's race. 17 laps to go. Will the race start heating up? Will we see some blocking going on as that 91 was looking to the inside, but he decided not to take the inside because that 4 is all over the back bumper, and he was afraid the 4 was maybe going to take over the lead because that high line has been the dominant line. And 13 to 31, yes. 13 is, 31 is all the way back in 19th. Let's see how well his car is doing. And the 13 is going to be, 13 is 24 in 24th, and the 31 is going to be up to 16th now. Looks like that 31 is keeping up with the draft. May have a little bit of handling issues, but he is keeping up in that draft. He's got the 5 right there behind him. Maybe that 5 will get there and help him out just a little bit and utilize the bump draft on the straightaways. But as of right now, I would just hang back, as we might see another big one as we are coming to 15 to go. Laps are winding down and tension starts heating up, and yeah, big ones can still happen. 3 attempts at the green white checkered if we do see that happen. Want to say hello to all my viewers out there on the stream. Appreciate y'all stopping by, supporting the channel, and supporting these drivers. Got a subscriber, Edward Smith, subscribed about 2 hours ago. Thank you for that. If you can, just hit that like, hit that follow, and hit that subscribe button, depending on whatever channel you're on. And hit that alarm button, let you know when we go live, so you can see all kinds of racing action, as we do broadcast quite a few days out of the week. Duvendock sitting there in the 32. I'm sorry, the 99 in third place, still working on that high line. Still got a 3-car train with the 43, going to try to fight him for that third spot. 2 cars trying to break away. They want to see the side-by-side racing back there in the back, so that will slow them down if they can get the side-by-side racing going on, because they can utilize that side draft to slow either line down. But it looks like they are going to try to go up a little bit higher as they go through the corner, so they do not get that side draft effect and slow the line down. But could we see a side-by-side finish? Will we see a big one here in 12 laps to go? Only time will tell with Todd Poston. He is going to be riding on that outside. We've seen him up towards the front. He is sticking towards the front. He is sticking to that high line. He has not given up that high line since we have watched him. And going back towards the back, that 6 is still doing a pretty good job on the bottom lane. Got the 27 on his outside. That is going to be Kyle Clark. Kyle Clark is going to be up for position from where he started, and still got that Toyota Supra rolling in the wind. Got the 9 right there behind him. That is going to be Will Weber. He is up 13 positions, and we've seen him up towards the front, riding on the inside line on the front row, but now he has fell back all the way back to 11th. But 11 laps to go, and we are still have this humongous pack of cars just out here fighting for any position. 5 going up, way up towards the wall, and he brings it down right there in front of the 04. 04 got a really good run off of turn number 4, and that is going to be the 09 Strike Kings. I haven't seen a paint scheme like that, and that's going to be Alex Griffin. John Dell is going to be in that number 5 Reese's Cups car. I love Reese's. Oh, okay. Sorry, Mr. Daniels. Thank you for telling me that. Anyways. Matter of fact, there is our race sponsor, Manny Ray's Cemetery Maintenance, Commercial and Residential Landscaping. Well, they are 3 wide for the second position, and that's going to be the 43, the 4, and the 99. And we still have 8 laps to go, and they're already going 3 wide. So the big one probably will come out as patience has worn thin. They want to get up there, and they want to get up there quick, and they want to take the lead and try to keep it. And there's the big one. The big one has came out.
Yellow flag.
And several cars were involved, and we're going to go check it out as I think the 13 was involved. Oh, wow. There looks to be quite a few cars back there. We're going to go see. Yep, the 09 was involved. Who else is going to be involved in this one? And let's go back one more time and see if we can figure out where it started at. Well, it looks like it may have started up towards the front with the 45. So we're going to go with the 45 and hit that replay button one more time. Wow, they were already wrecking before the 45. So we're going to have to just do it manually. Back it on up. We're going to stop it right there. We're going to go to our TV1. There we see the Ford drop down, and looks like the 27 just broke loose. Oh, the 6 might have got him as he blinked in. He might have caught the left rear of that 27, and that just caused chaos. And the 9 is inside the 27, and we still have a blinker. That's going to be the 56. He's going to get a little bit. Actually, that might have saved him a little bit. Some of the damage as he was blinked out, but the 45, the 9, the 5, the 19 did get on the brakes, and he got on the brakes hard. The 45 is going to go down to the infield. So I wonder how many people have their fast repair left. But they say cautions bring caution. So let's see how this restart is going to commence, as the 4 is going to take over the lead with the 91 of Wilder going to be on his outside starting in second. Well, let's see. We should go back green with 4 laps to go. Now, if another caution does come out, that will probably take us into overtime. We will have 3 attempts of a green and white checkered. So we'll see what happens there. Let's see if they can finish under green or if they finish under caution. Once the lead car takes the white flag, that is going to be official. Caution cannot fly after that. But that Ford is going to be leading out front. And I wonder how many cars pitted behind him, because fresh tires could be a key factor here, especially on a restart. But pace truck lights are out, and it looks like that 91 is going to be starting on the outside with the 4 on the inside. Sixth caution of the night, 4 laps to go at the line. So, out of the cars, out of everybody, let's see your drivers. Who you think is going to win this? You see the ticker. You can see where your driver is at. If your driver can't win, hey, let me know what other driver you think might be able to grab a win here at Atlanta. All right, green flag will fly. Oh, they must have. We're going to go get back going with 5 to go. Oh, 4 to go. I'm sorry. I was looking at the cautions. All right, pace truck is going to be off, and it's going to be the most exciting 4 laps of the night. Everybody wants to win. You got the 48 right there, 4th car back, and he might give the 37 a little bit of bump because he did not get going, but it looks like that 99 is going to give the 4 all he can handle, getting that number 4 car up to speed. 2 Camaros on the inside. You got a Ford on the outside. He's going to be in that front row, but he has got a handful of Camaros and Toyotas, so he is going to be the only Ford right there in the top 5. A bunch of Camaros and Supras right there. So I got to give him credit. He is definitely making Ford proud right now as they are coming out of turn number 4. He is going to be committed to that outside line, trying to work on that 99, get back up to the front. He's got the 43 down below. He's coming through the tri-oval, coming to turn number 1, and he is going to be fighting for 3rd position with the 32 trying to take the 3rd position away. So they're trying to make that dominant line the bottom line, but the 4 is going to drift all the way up to the top, and he is going to lead that top line. The 91 is going to be pushing. The 32 is going to work his way up to the 99's bumper and push that driver out front. That is going to be Robert Duvenbach. With the 4 fighting side by side, it is 2 laps to go. Still anybody's race. We're going to try to get a wider camera angle so we can see a little bit more of what's going on the track. And there it is. There's a caution. It's going to come out before the white flag. So another caution is going to fly, and it looks like the 13 is going to be involved. It looks like Ambrose is going to be involved, and it looks like Jason Parham is going to be involved. But we're going to go back and take a look and see what happened there with that incident. All right. We're riding on board of the 13. 13 is in the middle of 3 wide, 25 on the inside. You got the 04 on the outside. 13 makes contact, that car gets tight, pushes the 04 up to the wall. 04 does a really good job of staying out of the wall, but the 13 is just too loose, and he is going to go down and make contact with the 8 and come back up, and the poor 04 gets another dose of the 13's wrath. Thirteen has been doing a really great job, as you know. That is his sponsor is Blue Ridge Automotive. You know, he was doing a pretty good job. Everybody makes mistakes. This is a very tough racetrack, but he did collect a couple cars. He collected the 19 and 04, but it was not the big one I was going to be expecting. With so few laps to go, it was not the big one I was expecting. We will go back live. We will have another attempt at a green-white checkered. Let's see. Chris Ackers is going to be right there, excuse me. And he's going to be in Candy Shack Motorsports. All right, we're going to bring him up to the booth, see what he is thinking on this restart. Now, the 99 does have control of the race line, so let's see what he's thinking. Chris, this is Richard up in the booth. You get a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Man, that caution was probably not something that you wanted to see, but it looks like you're going to be on the front row, possibly going to be starting on the inside, because it looks like the outside has been the most dominant lane to choose on the restarts. How are you feeling about this restart, and do you have it in you to win it?
Actually, I feel great about this restart. I got my teammates starting 3 and 4, so they'll be the pushers for this line, and so we're going to try to do the best we can right here and try to take this win.
Well, you've definitely been doing a really good job. Been watching that car. You are up 15 positions. You are the second biggest mover of the race. So, man, let's see what that number 4 can do, and maybe we'll be talking to you at the end of the race.
Hopefully we will.
All right, sir. Good luck, and we'll catch you later.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, that was Chris, and he is from Candy Shack Motorsports, and that's it's the Reese's. Okay, I got it now. I am not familiar with the teams. I'm sorry. So that explains why he has Reese's on his car. So he said he had his teammates starting in 3rd and 4th. That is going to be these two drivers right here. That's going to be the 91 and the 32. So he's going to have a little bit of luck, and it looks like he is going to be starting on that outside. So that is interesting that the 99 chose the inside. 99, go Robert, Chris, or Matthew, or whoever else can win clean. Absolutely. Speaking of 31, 31 is still back there in 16th place. He has a little bit, he could not get all that damage repaired on his car. We have a few cars still in pits. And it looks like we got somebody back here in the back. He does, it looks like somebody disconnected. Oh, yeah, that is the 27 riding around with no hood. No hood at all. Getting ready to go back green, and it's, once again, going to be some of the most exciting racing that you're going to see with 2 laps to go at the start and finish line. Can they make it around and take the white flag? Once the white flag flies, it's over. Now the Ford does have a little bit of damage. It has not been affecting that race car that much. And here we go. The pace truck is off, and we are about to go green flag racing with the 99 in control in the Geico restart zone. And here they go. Green flag is out. 32 gives a bump to the 99. And it looks like that 4 is just going to take off around the 99. And with the 91 going to be pushing his teammate right around that number 99. It looks like Ford is going to overtake the bottom lane of choice, and now they are going to be nose to tail on that bottom lane. Who is going to push who out of the way? The 99 is pretty much trapped in between teammates. They are all wrapped around. They're going to have to make it 3 wide to get around this group of teammates. 99 still stuck like a rock in a hard place, and there is the white flag. White flag is going to fly. This is the last lap. And the 4 is pretty much in control with the 99 right there. Is he going to go give him the bump and run as we come through the backstretch? He's going to look to the outside. 4 going to be able to block. No, he's not. 99 is going to look to the outside. He's going to have the advantage on the outside. Can he keep it as the 32 is going to get up to his teammate? Can his teammate push him to the win as they are going to be side by side? There's the checkered flag. Ooh, they're going to be wrecking behind, and oh my God, the Ford just won by inches. Wow, but that was a big wreck at the start-finish line as they were, we're going to have to go back and look at that once again. I believe that started with the 43. '43 gave the 91 a heck of a shove. 32 gave the 4 a pretty good shove. He won it just barely. Actually, we're going to watch this finish first because they are coming to a start-finish line. We are going to stop it. Look, 91 gets into the 73. 73 just starts a chain reaction. Look at this finish right there. 4, 99, 32, and chaos behind them. Been pretty exciting. TK, thank you. I thank you so much. I really appreciate that compliment. But yeah, there is all the chaos. 73 finishes on the wall, end over end, and he is still flipping. So let's go to his car. Yeah, he is just all up in the air. And oh my God, look at the nine on the left left part of your screen. He was all up in the catch fence. So big finish. Pick would make a great screensaver. Yes, it would. Big. All right. Well, let's go take a look at our finishing order. Just give me 1 second, and I will have that together for you. If it will load up. There it is. Chris Acker is going to finish in first. He's going to bring home the win here at Atlanta. Robert Duvendock is going to take home second. Todd Poston is going to take home third. Robert Morrison is going to take home fourth. Junior Johnson fifth. Sean Wilder is going to bring home a sixth. Seventh is going to be long two, Joseph Fogg. Eighth is going to be Matthew Fritz. DJ Madish is going to finish in ninth. Actually, you know, DJ finishing in ninth. So that's a good job by him. Ronnie Morrison is going to finish 10th. Mark Vega is going to finish 11th. Will Weber 12th. Kenneth Reedinger is going to finish 13th. Alex Giffen, I think I've been calling him Griffin. Sorry about that, Alex. Giffen is going to finish 14th. 15th is going to be Parham. 16th is going to be Stinson. 17th is going to be Joey Hickox, and 18th is going to be John Bell. 19th is going to be Edward Smith. 20th is going to be Tyler Clemens. Kyle Clark, 21st. 22nd is going to be Mr. Danny, and here's number 6. Frank Ranger is going to be 23rd. 24th is going to be Ambrose Kniebel. Adam Klulowski is going to be 25th. Yater is going to be 26th. Lingle is going to be 27th. Collins is going to be 28th. And that is actually Collins was the race control. So congrats, Todd Poston, on a good finish. So that is going to be your finishing order for tonight. Give me 1 second, and I will get our podium finishers up here in the booth. Mr. Todd Poston, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do. How you doing today?
I am doing all right. It looks like you're doing pretty good. You got a third place finish. That 32 was rolling. It was up in the top 5 for most of the night, and it finished there. 3 spots up from where you started the race. So what a great job finishing in third. Man, to walk us through a little bit of your race.
Oh, yeah, it was a great race there. We just had a few little incidents. I think we got into the wall with the 45 right there. But other than that, it was a pretty clean race.
Yeah, a lot of action on the track. I've seen three wide. We've seen some big ones, and we've just seen it all. I've seen cars at the finish in the catch fence, and we saw the 43 flipping. But man, it was such a great job. With the side-by-side racing, y'all pulled off a very fun event. One of the funnest that I've called. But great job here, man.
Oh yeah.
But with all those podium finishes, man, you earned all the shout-outs that you would like to give. It looks like you had a bunch of teammates finishing up towards the front with you.
Oh yeah, so that was definitely a team race right there at the end. We got Chris won the dang thing. He's one of the teammates, and we got Junior finishing 5th and Sean finishing 6th. So overall, it was a great points night for the team.
Absolutely, and y'all are in the. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with the. That's Candy
It's
Shack.
Candy Shack.
Okay, Candy Shack. So I love your paint scheme, by the way. The 7 Days to Die is actually a game that me and my buddy play. But man, great race here tonight, and top 3. Not a bad way to finish here at Atlanta. Now you do have I think it's Talladega next week.
Yes, sir. That's what's coming up next week, and we're going to try and do the same thing again next week.
That's going to be all teamwork, and there may be a little bit of pit strategy. Don't know how your fuel goes. As like I said, I'm still new, but man, hopefully y'all can get that team lined up and make some moves. That's a big track, 2.5 miles.
Yes, sir. That's the plan.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you talking to me, and I'll let you get back down to your team, and I'm going to bring Mr. Robert up.
Have a great day.
You too. All right, that was Mr. Todd Poston, and let's see if we can find. There he is, Mr. Robert. Let's bring him up to the booth. Robert, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Richard?
I'm doing pretty good, man. That was a wild finish right there at the end, and you were able to bring it home in 2nd place, up 18 spots from where you started the race. You are the biggest mover, so congratulations about that. Congratulations on finishing in 2nd. But we want to know a little bit about your race. How did it go? Tell us what you think you could have done to get around that 4. The floor is yours.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun. I did not intend on getting up to the front as early as I did in this race. My strategy coming into tonight was just to hang out at the back and just kind of ride. We had that long green flag run to start the race. I want to say we went like 37 laps. And the longer we went into that run, I did a pretty good job of saving my tires. So I was able to start driving up through the field about halfway through that run. And next thing I knew, I was up in there in the top 10. And I was like, well, you know what? I'm up here. We're getting long green flag runs. Might as well try to stay up here at this point, not knowing if we were going to, have more long green flag runs in this race. I didn't want to give up the track position at that point. So my strategy kind of went out the window early to kind of just ride at the back and survive. And it actually ended up paying off anyway. It was up at the front pretty much the whole race and stayed out of every wreck and got a 0X to bring it home 2nd.
Absolutely. Well, good job on the clean car. Man, with those podium finishes, man, you can give all the shout-outs that you would like to give because you definitely earned them.
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, I think this is 6 straight weeks we've been in top 5, and before tonight I won 3 of the last 4, so I was hoping to go 4 for 5, but I think I made my move a little too early there on that last lap. I should have waited till coming out of turn 3 and 4, and I tried to make the move, but, Chris is one of the best drivers in this league, and I knew I had to take my shot when it was given to me, and I wasn't sure if I'd get another chance. So I got to thank everyone here in NOMA, all the guys who run it. We got quite a few guys here in this league this year who are helping run things and are putting their hands in making this thing, go forward each and every week. So got to thank all them. Got to thank everyone over at Shooter McGavin Motorsports. We are starting to hit our stride at the right time this season, and we're starting to show it here each and every week. So hopefully we can get a couple more of us up here in the playoffs before this playoff start here. So I thank you for jumping on board. I know this was kind of like a last minute thing to come on board for the rest of the season, so I appreciate it. And it's nice to have someone step up for us and give our fans that tune in each and every week, something to watch. So thank you very much. Last but not least, gotta thank Manny Reyes. Raymond over there, Manny Reyes. Dude's one of the greatest people here. So I appreciate everything he does for our league. He lets us it gives us the ability to come out here each and every week and race with each other, and all these drivers here in NOMA. We've really started to build a really good family here, and I know just like any league, you get your differences each and every week, but it seems like we're able to put that aside and show up the next week and continue on.
Absolutely, couldn't have said it better myself. And please forgive me. May have had a few mess ups on your last name. Duvendak, is that correct?
Yes, sir, that's correct. But everyone just calls me Doovie for short. It's something that's stuck with me ever since the military. So.
Oh, military, hoorah! So, well, we are going to let you go. You got Talladega next week, so definitely put in that teamwork practice. But thank you for coming up in the booth and chatting with me. And we're going to let you go celebrate with those teammates. And now, if you would have won 3 in a row, they would have put a bounty on you, right?
I think the bounty is already there, so hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me here coming on strong, and people still want to work with me at the end of these races. So,
well, good deal. All right, we're gonna let you go, and we're gonna bring up Mr. Chris.
All right, you guys have a good night.
You too. All right, so we're gonna bring up Chris, if we can find him. Oh, yeah, there he is. He's in Candy Shack also. Chris, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy, my friend.
Yes, sir, Richard, I do.
Good deal. Well, it was definitely a hard battle to get you up in that top spot, but you were able to pull it off and bring home the win here at Atlanta. You had that 32 pretty much on your back bumper with the 99 on the outside. Man, tell us a little bit about your race and that finish.
Oh man, that was a wild finish there. That was a lot of teamwork going on and a lot of great racing between the 4 of us. Just riding each other's door and pushing as hard as we could and make it to the end. That was one of the best finishes we've had here in NOMA so far this season. Oh shoot! I was trying to hold off Doobie so he couldn't get another fourth win in the last 5 races, and I finally got my first win in the season. And man, can't ask for a better time. You're ready to go into the playoffs, trying to get that top spot for the regular season so I can pick the last track. Man, it's a pretty good race.
Absolutely. It definitely was very exciting up here in the booth. I'm very excited to be here, very excited to be able to call y'all's races. Y'all made it very entertaining for me. I couldn't stop talking.
Hey, we enjoy it. We're glad that you're here broadcasting for it, and I can't wait to go back and watch the broadcast tomorrow and give you a like, thumbs up, and follow you, man. It's awesome that you picked us up, and we really appreciate it here at NOMA.
Well, I definitely appreciate that. But, man, with those wins, you definitely get all the shout-outs that you would like to give, and the floor is yours.
Oh, first off, I got to thank the team. They did awesome. Todd and Wilder and then JR, they did awesome tonight. We finished all top 6. And then I got to give a shout-out to Dad for being the crew chief. He takes a lot of weight off my shoulders, goes in, makes all the pit adjustments, and keeps eye on everything. So shout-out to him. Shout-out to Mom for watching. And thank you and Joey and Jay for putting this all on. It's an awesome, fantastic.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate that shout out to me and Southern Broadcast Gaming. And man, we will let you get down there and celebrate. Get ready for that Talladega next week. And good luck with next week's race. I'll be watching.
Heck yeah! Maybe we can talk to you again next week.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
No problem. All right, that was all 3 of our podium finishers. Congratulations once again to them and their finishes. Congratulations to all the drivers. They did a really good job of holding things together. Not a lot of cautions, so it was a relatively clean race in my book. I've seen a lot worse, but there is, with super speedways, it always happens. The big one always happens somewhere at some point, especially with the pack racing that we've seen. But congratulations to our biggest movers, Duvendak. Actually, Chris was a big mover also, and Will Weber. He was up 12 positions. That's hard to keep that. But thank you for everybody that joined me tonight. Appreciate y'all stopping by, spending your evening with me, entertaining me in the chat. Thank you to all the league sponsors that come on board with these guys, and keep them doing what they do best, which is racing. But that's going to be all for me. I hope y'all enjoyed the broadcast. Please hit that like, hit that follow, and hit that share button. You know, make sure my content gets out there and helps this channel. But we will see y'all next week. I hope y'all have a good rest of your work week, and we will talk to y'all later. Good night and God bless.